I retired in December as a colonel in the Marine Corps, and Jeff used to work for me back at Blunt Island Command. It was my last duty station before I retired. So Jeff, thank you. Trish, thank you for having me come up and do this. My wife was like, "You're gonna." So I live now in South Carolina, but I told my wife I was gonna come up here and promote. He asked me to promote to Lieutenant Colonel, and she's like, "You're gonna drive away to Norfolk, go to the Marines?" I was like, "You don't understand. This is a big deal. Like, there's not a whole lot of 0430 Lieutenant Colonels. I mean, at one point, where I was with Jeff, was it 7? No, wait, 5. I'm not sure what the number is anymore, but
we're up to 8.
We're up to 8. Okay.
On, baby.
Still, that means there's only 8. There's only 7 more other guys like him in the entire Marine Corps. It's a big deal in his MOS. So he is literally at the top, at the top of the triangle right now. And so it's quite an honor, quite an accomplishment. He's, behind closed doors, he would probably laugh about this, but he's probably not going to make a big deal of it to you guys. But it is quite an accomplishment. I got to know Jeff really well last 2 years when I was in command. We got there about the same time, and Jeff was I got to know him really well. As an 0430, that MOS can be very candid, can be very honest about things, which I appreciate. He'll come into my office sometimes at like 1800 to come talk to me about a thing. I didn't really appreciate that much, but he'd come in there, and by the way, if all y'all pretty much working the G4, be careful of that. He'll trap you, and you'll be stuck in your office for a while if he sees you. So, but the thing about him that I liked most was a lot of times you'll meet Marines, particularly in a very niche field like that. They get very mechanical about how they do their business and how they execute their duties. Jeff was very critical thinking. He was always thinking about the problems at our hand. His experiences out in India-PACOM before coming to BIC, and he would come talk to us about that, where the program was going, where the Marine Corps needs to go. We would have some lengthy discussions about what we need to do and how to fix things. So I really appreciated that from Jeff. He did I used to joke about it, I used to call it the think tank in my office, but it was really, a lot of times it was just discussions with him and his ops, so sitting down, we would talk through some of these problems. And so I really do appreciate that, Jeff. I know that he's going to take a lot of that, what he's going to bring to MAR4Com, not just leading the Marines here in the G4, but also just what you've experienced. Again, he brings a lot to the table. Hopefully he'll take that with you to MAR4Com, help drive the Marine Corps in the direction it needs to go to. And as a side note, I'll tell you, if you like to shoot guns, that's your guy, okay? I mean, he's not just shooting guns, collecting guns, but he builds guns, and he's just a fun dude to hang out with. I can say that as a retired guy now. Drinking beer and shooting, that's a great thing to do on the weekend. So, Jeff, I appreciate the friendship. Thank you for the opportunity. Trish, thank you. Caitlin, thank you. This is awesome to drive up here. It's been a while since I've been to camp out in Norfolk, but wake me out of my slumber from retirement to come out here and stand in front of a bunch of Marines. This is great. Thank you. All right.
Officers to be promoted. Stand turn. Hunt. That's the order. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Jeffrey D. Planteen. I do, by and with the consent of the Senate, appoint this officer a Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Marine Corps to rank as such from the first day of August 2024. This officer will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser grade to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And this officer is to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of the public laws relating to the officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the components thereof in which this appointment is made. Done at the city of Washington this first day of August in the year of our Lord 2024, of the independence of the United States of America, 247.
Stanley, come on up. Infinity suit. Wow. Okay. Colonel Kelly, thank you so much for coming up. The background to why I really wanted Colonel Sally to come up here and promote me was a while ago we were having one of those late night discussions and I brought him this paper and I was like, hey sir, you know, I want you to be my retiring officer, and he kind of like scoffed at me and was like, ah, retiring officer, like, you're not gonna retire. You're gonna go be a lieutenant colonel. You gotta go be a lieutenant colonel. And then you know, we started to do that. I was like, how's that, right? And so that's why I wanted to come up. You know, I mean, he's been a mentor, a great, you know, one of the best, you know, commanders we've ever had. But I appreciated the candor, the openness, you know, when we could discuss and hopefully solve some world hunger or whatever problems we were trying to solve this time. So thank you. Really, I'm gonna speak to the family. For those of you that haven't worn this uniform, or some of you have worn it a long time ago or whatever, this is a team sport. Marine Corps is a team sport, and and I'm so humbled by the people that this team that's here, right? So some of these guys I've known, y'all know that I've known for forever and a day, and I'll talk about them, because they're not just my work friends or my some guy that I work with. They're like brothers, and so when I look around at this team, I got Captain Norton here, who's a sergeant. He's a PFC. I mean, to be able to span 20 plus years with guys like that at your side, I mean, there's nothing better than that. And it's guys like him that I'm standing here right now. Joe Swallow, me and Joe are in Afghanistan, walking home in the middle of the night in the freezing rain and grumbling about stuff. He was a sergeant. I look at him now, he's an LDO captain. It's fantastic. Like this is what the Marine Corps is about. It's like having guys like that at your side. Mike for 20 plus years, standing over here as a unicorn, 2-1 up to 5. And I appreciate you guys for coming out. Tyler, coming out. But it's everything. It's when you're wherever you are in the globe, you've got guys like that at your side, or you've got them at your email. And then, guys wearing polo shirts and collars right now. Alan and Jesse, just been friends of mine forever, and just we just gel. Mark, me and Mark deployed together, 2015, watched CCO, and they're still every single one of those guys is still doing something for this Marine Corps. They wear a polo shirt and probably get paid more than we do, but but they're still in it. That's that brotherhood. That's what being and there's guys like that that put me here. And I just want to thank all you guys
go ahead and congratulate these two. Rock.
Again.